Hey guys, how's it going? How are you all doing? Today we're back to our standard news video, and there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I've been gone for like 3 weeks. I've missed a lot. There's the PSVR 2, now Google is working on an AR headset, and of course there's some Quest news. Not necessarily good Quest news, but there's Quest news. So, without any further ado, as usual, in case you guys like this one, make sure to slap that little red button down below, and let's get right into it. So, first thing we're going to talk about is V37. V37 has been quite hot recently. I've made 2 videos on it already, one talking about its supposed features, and one showing you how to upgrade to it. However, in that video, I only slightly mentioned the fact that V37 is also full of issues, so you might want to think twice about updating to it. First of all, V37 seems to have dropped the actual visual quality for a lot of people. While it's quite funny because they said they were bringing up the visual clarity for Link, it seems it has drastically, and I mean drastically for some people, dropped the actual visual quality inside the Quest. People in the comments have been explaining that a way to fix this is to bring FFR down to low in Quest, as this was changed in the latest software update, but it's just something to think about when you're updating, as those settings don't stay every time you restart the headset. So if you update and you set your FFR to low, well, you're gonna have to set it every time you turn on your headset, and you're gonna need either a PC or a phone to do that, so it's not very fun. Another little something, performance issues and lag. That is something that apparently a lot of people are having issues with on V37. I mean, hand tracking for me just doesn't work at all, believe it or not. Yeah, the one feature I was most excited for just entirely stopped working. My hands just don't show up whatsoever. Some people have the new settings menu, some don't. I only yesterday figured out that there is a new settings menu. I had no clue about this. I don't have it, but it's there. And performance issues and lag, while I haven't noticed much, a lot of people have. And a lot of people are just saying don't upgrade. There's too many issues. The supposed staggered rollout that's supposed to happen is happening, so maybe they're fixing the issues while they're rolling it out, but I think we're going to see a V38 quite soon with a bunch of different fixes. Custom homes don't work because they're missing a preview image unless you've replaced one of the current homes, but additional custom homes don't work. Yeah, there's a lot of problems essentially, and I feel like shining a light on them. I feel like it's necessary to do that. If you are one of the people having issues with V37 and have an issue I haven't mentioned here, please mention it down in the comment section below so that we can shine a light on all of these problems happening with the latest software update, since it's not all well and good. But in case you guys want a quick fix for any of these, resetting experimental features or changing your region to the US or the UK respectively, depending on where you are, just momentarily should fix most of your problems with features. Should fix. I mean, it's a fix you can try, but don't be surprised if it doesn't work. Hopefully you're not one of the people having boot loop issues, since apparently that is also something that is happening. After updating, not even manually updating, some people are having really big problems with boot looping, where their device just will not turn on and continues boot looping for a very long time. So, yeah, V37 seems to be pretty bad with bugs. Moving on to something happy now, the PSVR 2. The PSVR 2 is something a lot of people are very, very excited for. It's a device that we have been spectating on the sidelines for a very, very long time, and a few weeks ago we finally got an official release note from PlayStation, and this is pretty big. Hopping onto the PlayStation blog, we can see the specs of the PSVR. This is going to be one really powerful headset. I mean, it goes without saying, this is only going to work with the PlayStation 5. Don't even try connected to a PS4. Okay, so visual fidelity. For a high-end visual experience, the PSVR 2 offers a 4K HDR 110-degree field of view and foveated rendering with an OLED display. Players can expect a resolution of 2000 by 2040 per eye, and smooth refresh rates of 90 Hz and 120 Hz. That is incredible already. I mean, this is amazing. It is so much higher than the last PSVR. It is amazing. And the OLED panels, you guys know I'm a huge fan of OLED. I even sometimes go back to the Oculus Quest 1 just for its OLED panels. That 120 Hz on an OLED panel will be absolutely beautiful. Headset-based controller tracking. So it's going to have inside-out tracking. With inside-out tracking, the PSVR 2 tracks you and your controllers through an integrated cameras embedded in the VR headset. Your movements and the direction you look at are reflected in-game without the need for an external camera. It's both for the headset and the controllers. So this is something I was hoping for. I was hoping we would not need another external camera, since, I mean, inside-out tracking has gotten really damn good throughout the last few years. I mean, look at the Quest 2. It's a huge success. And I think that Sony can really make it work well here. New sensory features. The PSVR Sense technology combines eye tracking, headset feedback, 3D audio, and innovative PSVR 2 Sense controller to create an incredibly deep feeling of immersion. Wow, eye tracking. Okay, that is really cool. We haven't seen that many headsets with built-in eye tracking so far. The Deca Gear was supposed to be one of those, but as we all know, that has been postponed. The Vive Pro Eye is actually a headset that does have built-in eye tracking, but this is going to be a consumer-based headset that is going to have eye tracking, since the Vive Pro Eye is quite expensive. This is supposedly going to be for you and I. We can buy this, we can use it, and I cannot wait to see the mods people do to get this thing working with PC VR. I mean, imagine that. PSVR headset with inside-out tracking, those incredible controllers that they're going to have, with probably trigger feedback, like on the PS5 controller, and throw that all into VR chat. I mean, that would be so cool. I can see it happening. Someone's gonna mod it. They've modded the PSVR 1. They're gonna mod the PSVR 2. That is so cool. And of course, they have revealed one of the biggest exclusive franchises on PlayStation will be coming to PSVR. Horizon Call of the Mountain from Guerrilla and Fire Sprite is the original game that is being built specifically for PSVR PSVR 2 and will open the doors for players to go deeper into the world of Horizon. That is really cool. So they're already announcing some exclusives. Of course they would. I mean, PSVR has some of the best exclusives. People have been telling me, since I actually don't own a PSVR, believe it or not, but people have been telling me you need to buy it even just for the exclusives. They are so good. And it looks like that is not stopping with the PS5 VR. I do hope that someone makes it work with PC though. Like, I can see people buying this headset just for PC VR if someone makes it work with PC VR. I can totally see that. I can see people buying this headset for PC VR, even though it's not meant for it. Like, if it worked, no problem, that would be amazing. And communication with PS5, USB Type-C, of course. If it was anything else, I'd be quite disappointed. I love USB Type-C. It's going to have 4 cameras for headset and controller tracking, IR camera for eye tracking per eye, vibration on the headset, which is pretty creepy. Imagine that in a horror game. It's going to have built-in microphone and stereo headphone jack. Of course, I'm going to leave a link to the PlayStation blog down below because there's just so much here. I can already see we're at 10 minutes. So in case you guys want to check this out, link down below. No release date, no price yet, but I'm pretty hyped up. Google is heading back into AR. Oh, Google Glass. We're going to have another Google Glass situation. This time it's Project Iris. Google is working on a mixed reality project named Project Iris with the aim to ship in 2024. The Verge's Alex Heath reports. According to Heath's report, Iris uses outward-facing cameras to blend computer graphics with the video feed from the real world, creating a more immersive mixed reality experience than existing AR glasses from the likes of Snap and Magically. This is commonly called pass-through and is more immersive because opaque display systems today, mostly used in VR, offer a much wider field of view than the transparent waveguide optics needed for glasses. So yes, this is something that is being created. For one, I'm actually quite excited for it. I was one of the people that was this close to buying Google Glass, if not the fact that it was for the right eye, which I can't actually see on very well, at least. So I actually ended up not buying it, and turns out that was a pretty good idea. But it looks like Project Iris might be a larger success. With more and more companies hopping into AR, I can see Google being able to kind of grow the market there quite a little bit. 2024 is still a little whiles away. We've of course got Meta's Project Cambria and the Kickstarter project of the Lynx R1 that are scheduled to launch this year, and we don't exactly know what the AR will look like on those. The Lynx R1, yes, we've had a glimpse on that, but Project Cambria is very much of a secret, and when it's being released or how it's going to work, we don't entirely know. We've got the glimpses from the firmware that we've looked at and the leaks and all of that, but other than that, nothing official. Project Iris will reportedly use a custom Google processor. The company recently launched its first in-house mobile chipset for the Pixel 6 phone, which, you know, of course, we've learned from the likes of Apple that launching your own processor is actually sometimes a very good thing. So we'll see how that works. And yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited for it. No specs, no nothing down here. But of course, in case you guys are interested in the full report, I'm going to leave a link to it down below. And we've got some information on the Apple VR headset, which may be delayed, it seems. Bloomberg says the Apple VR headset is facing overheating issues, and Apple's VR headset probably won't ship this year. Apple recently informed suppliers that its mixed reality headset probably won't release yet. Bloomberg, the information and supply chain analyst Min-Chi Kuo all claim Apple is preparing to release a premium headset for both AR and VR with high-resolution color pass-through. Recent notes from Kuo claim it will weigh far less than Meta's Quest 2, and feature dual 4K OLED micro displays, which is, well, the highest of the highest. Bloomberg's new report claims Apple was intending to announce in June at its worldwide developer conference and ship later in the year. But challenges related to overheating, cameras, and software mean the announcement could be pushed back to late this year and the release into 2023. So of course, yeah, we've got more delays, but I mean, with panels of that caliber and with the display being this small and that light, yes, overheating could be an issue. We've seen overheating in the past, and even phones nowadays have pretty beefy heat sinks if you guys have ever opened those. So you can kind of see the Quest 2 is already limiting its power because of overheating, and that thing is quite thick. I mean, the fan in it is quite small, but it's quite thick. And yes, the XR2 in there is actually being heat limited. The Quest 2 would overheat if it was to use the XR2 at its full power. So you can kind of see why they prefer to delay it there rather than release it and it not being fully 100% there. The overheating issue is said to be caused by trying to use a laptop-grade processor in a lightweight headset. In November, Minchi Kuo reported that the headset will use a new chip with similar computing power to the M1 for Mac. The M1, of course, being Apple's in-house chip, which works really well. Wow, that hurt. But of course, it is a PC-grade chip. I mean, come on, shoving that thing into a headset? Yes, it's going to be beautiful. Yes, it's going to be powerful. But damn, how are you going to cool that thing? Either way, that is going to be it for today's news. I think I got most of the big pieces of news into today's video. Yes, I know there's more smaller pieces of news, but I feel like I can already see the time on that camera, and I'm really scared as to how I'm going to edit this down to below 10 minutes. But either way, that is it. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a fantastic day or night. If you guys liked it, of course, leave a like, please. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord down below and check out our Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. Thank you so much to the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, paying my bills, buying these services here and there, and just overall making these videos better. So thank you so much for that. And if you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300% and merch that does not put a huge ad in body. And as usual, in case you guys want to be notified of future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.